So my name is Omar Rampersad. It's 11:16 a.m., June 20th, 2019. So I'm just going to talk about today's events around the building. Um, there are comments that I'm recording about somebody asked for it being switched. So switching means pulling the trigger, and pulling the trigger means using a trigger which is a sensitized. Um, it could be anything. It could be an object. It could be a word. It could be a color. So I talked about creating triggers, and outside the window is a great place to do that. So um, a trigger that was created is effing whore. So this is being repeated outside the window today. The contractors coming in and out the loading dock or around the window, and anybody using the loading dock. Um, um, Walking back and forth. There is a comment outside the window that I walk back and forth in the workplace as well, aimlessly. And in one instant, I had a knife in my hand. So these are really, really good examples of lies being told about me and causing a flag. Even though I'm on the net, YouTube, talking about the truth, what really happened. So let me address the knife because the knife is really concerning to me because I don't carry any weapons. I have absolutely no weapons on me. I believe that your cell phone is the biggest weapon that you can have. Um, I don't believe in violence, and self-defense can take different forms. Prevention is one form of self-defense, getting away from situations that um, have the potential to become dangerous. Just getting away, using your sixth sense, in other words, to avoid dangerous situations. Um, so let's go back to the comments then. So the comment that I was walking back and forth, and especially the one with knife in my hand, the only situation I can think about is at one of the companies. I was there only for 2 weeks, and I was being trained by a woman who's been there for 20 plus years and who did the job before. And she was in another department, so she would come down to my desk and sit at my desk and eat breakfast at my desk. And so when she had a toast and a jam and whatever else she had, she would did take the knife, which was very from the kitchen, which was very close by, and she would bring the knife over to my desk and use it and leave it there. So the first couple of days I just left it on the side, and then she didn't move it. So I decided to take it to the kitchen one time. Happened one time. And maybe she got the message and she didn't bring it back. She did the same thing with the tea. She left her mug several times on my desk overnight with tea in it. And so I took it to the kitchen every morning that she did that. And then she stopped doing that. Then she would bring her purse and leave it on my desk unattended and counted money bills out in front of me and others in the department and put it back in the purse. As to why she did that, I have no idea. She just took it out and she counted it and she put it back in. And she left the purse on my desk. I actually took a picture because because this was done to me before, where people would do things like that and then say things like, "I think she took something from my bag." So I actually took a picture and tweeted it of her bag, and said something to the effect, I don't remember my exact words, but something to the effect that I'm not taking anything from it. Um, because some of these things at the moment seem so outrageous. Um, I actually cautioned her about carrying around so much cash, especially if you take it out and count it publicly. So these are lies. These are lies that are being told, continuously. These are setups, frames. They're intended to degrade, to artificially criminalize. And because I'm a target, excuse me, and because I'm a target, um, this is what they're supposed to do. Because the idea of flagging somebody and making them a target, which I'm reminded of all the time, including in the workplace, is to destroy and dispose a target. A target is to be disposed of. Mentally committed, criminalized, imprisoned, it really doesn't matter. Has to be disposed of. Has to be degraded, dehumanized, violated constantly, enslaved, tortured, stalked, harassed, and then disposed of. So this is all part of the targeting program. So that's one company, the lies told in one company. In that same company, there was a comment made by a very senior person because I guess there was this sense that I wasn't taking the harassing comments. Um, I wasn't going along with it. So maybe body language showed. So the comment was, "Let's kill this bitch." I swear to God, I'm not lying about this. Let's kill this bitch. She's only a target. So maybe they sense that I was unhappy about the comments, and I was not supposed to um, to be unhappy about it. I was supposed to be subservient and supposed to just absorb it and go along with it. So in order to keep me down and to degrade and humiliate, these comments would be made. So as far as being a target goes, um, there's a file that travels with me. So I'm suspecting that the file was in it was in the company, and the information was released throughout the building, and of course with the people I'm working with. So I was harassed, basically. I was monitored, illegally surveilled without disclosure, which is harassment. Um, and there was directed conversations around me that was very, very harassing. All sorts of mentions of sexual acts, making sexual comments and conversations around me, and talking about prostitutes, whores, and so on. So um, I was harassed, and it only lasted for 2 weeks. So this is a pattern, and the file that is accumulating about me um, will reflect so much movement in employment that it would make a victim look, a target look like something is wrong with the target, when really this is what's happening in the background. Another way of setting up and framing a target. So the movement is really because I am being harassed in the workplace because information is being released in the workplace from this file that travels with me, either from the cops, if there's a contract to surveil me, and everybody's cautioned about me in the workplace. It's setting me up to be criminally harassed, and I ended up in hospitals all the time. Stress-related issues, sometimes physical issues as well. So This is a pattern. So when the file includes comment, the file about me includes comments that says, well, she can't hold a job for long and she's not going to stay. The fact is, I want to work and I want to stay. Who doesn't want to work? Who wants to be, in constant financial distress? It doesn't make sense. Of course, I want to work. However, if information is being released about me in the workplace, it sets me up to be harassed, and that harassment could, in my case, could lead to death with a heart attack, because I get palpitations when I'm under stress, um, continuous continuous high level stress, and this is happening. Excuse me. And this is happening all the time. It's a repeated pattern. It's something that's happened quite a few times in the last couple of years, and I'm looking for work, so trying to get that flag off my name. So, and one way to do that is for me to get due processed. If there's a file and people have concerns about me, and the community have concerns about me, and they want to have it out with me, so to speak, I'm all for that. Let's do it. Talk to you another time.